All right, let's talk about artificial intelligence. We're going to break down the different types of AI and really separate the Hollywood hype from the technology that's actually in your life right now. And just a quick note before we dive in, all the information we're covering today comes from Chapter 2 of the tutorial, Introduction to Artificial Intelligence by Virtualization Options LLC. So let me ask you something. When you hear the term AI, what's the very first image that pops into your head? Is it a super smart, maybe even emotional robot from a sci-fi movie? A machine that can think and feel just like a person? That's what a lot of us picture, and for good reason. That's the AI of the movies. But the AI that we actually use every single day, well, that's a completely different story. So it's time to separate that Hollywood fantasy from the tech that is probably sitting in your pocket right now. That's right. The AI that helps you navigate traffic or pick a movie is fundamentally different from those fictional superbrains. It's really less about consciousness and way more about specialization. Okay, let's get into it. We're going to start with the AI we actually have today, and this is a big deal. This is the only type of artificial intelligence that actually exists in the world, period. It's called narrow AI. You might also hear it called weak AI, and the definition is really, really simple. It's AI that is designed and trained to do one and only one specific task. So what does that really mean? Well, narrow AI is an absolute superstar at its one job. Sometimes it can even do that one thing better than any human can. But, and this is the most important part, it cannot do anything outside of that single function. It has zero flexibility or general understanding. It's a specialist, through and through. So let me just say this again, because it's the key takeaway here. Every single AI system you have ever used or even heard about, from the simplest app on your phone to the most powerful supercomputer, it's all narrow AI. This is the only kind of AI humanity has actually built so far. And you might be kind of surprised by just how often you actually run into it. So let's look at how this AI shows up in your day-to-day life, because I guarantee you use it way more than you think. Narrow AI usually comes in a few common flavors. You've got computer vision, which lets AI see and interpret images. There's natural language processing, which helps it understand our language. You have robotics and automation, which gives it a physical presence. And then there's predictive analytics, which lets it make educated guesses about the future. For instance, whenever you ask your phone's voice assistant a question, like Siri or Google Assistant, you're using natural language processing. That system is brilliant at understanding what you're saying, but it can't file your taxes or cook you dinner. It's a perfect example of this specialized intelligence. Or how about this? When your streaming service recommends a new show and it's creepily accurate? That's predictive analytics at work. That algorithm is amazing at that one job, guessing what you'll want to watch, but ask it to do literally anything else and it's completely useless. Another classic case of narrow AI. And here's a great one we all use. Even that humble spam filter in your email inbox is a form of narrow AI. It has one purpose in its entire existence: find and block junk mail. That's it. A perfect specialist. Okay, so if every AI we have today is narrow, then what about all those smart, self-aware robots from the movies? Where do they fit into all of this? Well, let's talk about the future, and the AI that is, for now, purely fictional. So here's where we draw a really clear line in the sand. On one side, you have narrow AI. It's real, it exists today, and it performs very specific, limited tasks. On the other side, you have the idea of general AI, and the most important thing to know about it is it does not exist. It's the idea of a machine with human-like, flexible intelligence. This is what researchers call artificial general intelligence, or AGI. It's a hypothetical AI that could understand, learn, and apply its knowledge to pretty much any situation, just like a person can. It could learn to play chess, then write a song, then help you with your finances, all without being specially programmed for each thing. But the key word here is hypothetical. This is still just a theory. And then, if we want to go even further down the rabbit hole, there's the idea of superintelligent AI. This is a theoretical AI that would be smarter than humans in basically every single way, from scientific discovery to emotional intelligence. Right now, this is pure speculation. We are firmly in the realm of science fiction here. So let's just put all of this together and take a look at the whole spectrum of AI, from what's real today to what's, well, still a dream. This table lays it all out pretty perfectly. You've got narrow AI, does one thing well.
It exists today, and it's things like Siri and your spam filter. Then in the middle, you have general AI. It has human-like intelligence, but it does not exist yet. It's just a research goal. And at the far end, superintelligent AI, smarter than humans in every way and completely theoretical, the stuff of sci-fi.
And this quote from our source material just nails it. When you hear news about impressive AI achievements, you're hearing about advances in narrow AI. Every single time you see a headline about some amazing AI breakthrough, remember this. It's still happening inside that specialist category.
Which brings us to a really interesting final question. When you think about it this way, is today's AI actually smart?
Well, the best way to think about it is this. Today's AI is an incredibly powerful specialist. It is a master of its one specific craft. It is not, however, an all-knowing, flexible thinker. And you know what? Understanding that one simple difference is the absolute key to understanding the real world of AI today.